I'm Brad Bosse. I'm currently the second-year fellow in MFM. I'm from Nevada originally and did training in California before this and came out to the Midwest. I always found myself kind of gravitating toward more complex patients throughout training. The routine things just didn't interest me in the same way, and I really like taking deep dives into complex problems and kind of coming up with comprehensive plans for patients. I also think there's a lot of uncertainty that happens along a lot of our patients' courses, and trying to help navigate that and figure that out for patients I think is really powerful. I had a little bit of exposure as a medical student. I actually came out as a sub-I and spent a month in Madison, and it was a place I'd never been before. I kind of slept on a buddy's floor for a month and came in early and stayed late and got exposure actually to a lot of the attendings who are still here. So when I came out for my fellowship interview, it kind of felt like coming home. It was kind of nice. And then, I don't know, I think kind of the mixture of the patients that we see, the exposures that we get between the ultrasound clinic, having our own clinic, having some opportunity to be on labor and delivery with the generalists, kind of lent itself to feeling like a very well-rounded experience. It's been really great, very well supported. Our faculty are all fantastic and definitely, ready to teach. It's been fun to, take on more of a teaching role myself and being involved with the residents and the medical students. But yeah, everyone's been very, very welcoming. Each of us have to do a thesis project, and a lot of those are translational or basic science projects. For mine, we're going to look at environmental toxins and the effect they have on preeclampsia. So I don't know if in the news, there's been some headlines about PFAS, or these polyfluorinated alkaline substances or alkyl substances. And there's associations with preeclampsia that have been seen. So our plan is to try to recruit patients with preeclampsia and patients without preeclampsia and look in their serum to see if there's different mixtures of these molecules or a kind of a prevailing high amount of a single molecule, because it's sort of an umbrella term. And there's many, many different subcategories of these molecules. And then from there, apply it into a mouse model and try to see the effects that these molecules have on a mouse gestation. I think something that really brought me here and something that's very unique is the robust ultrasound experience and curriculum that we have. I mean, we kind of do a ton of ultrasounds and have a big catchment area to have patients come from all over the state to come to that unit. So we see a lot of normal and abnormal ultrasounds, and having such a robust experience in the first year of fellowship is something that I found to be fairly unique along my interviews. And that was one of the big reasons why I went into the field, is to get that experience. So I think that's been a major highlight for me and something that I really appreciated the opportunity to do. Madison's great. I was well, I don't know. I think we were all a little nervous with COVID as we started and things were closed down. But even so, getting out onto trails, biking, running, anytime you want to be outside, you have ample opportunities, regardless of the season, which I was kind of surprised by too. And then also, as things have started to open up, it's just amazing to see like concerts coming back and so many cool venues. There's so many places to go out and eat, meet up with friends, those kinds of things. It's a great town. It's kind of the perfect situation. I think one of the big things is everyone's very upfront and honest with you. That's at least what my experience was like when I interviewed. I think some places you kind of, I don't know, you feel like you're getting one version of the story and maybe there's something under the surface. And here, people really project what they are and what they're all about. And it ends up being a really, I don't know, cohesive feeling of sort of like family. And you just come and you feel super well supported. And I think as someone embarking on, a fellowship and changing institutions potentially, it's important to feel really well supported in this stage. So it's been positive.